Have you ever been frustrated that you just can't find that information on YouTube? You know you've seen a video, you know it's out there, but you can't get back to that information. I'm Ron Brown with Tech for Senior, where we help seniors understand the complexity of YouTube. Today in this video, I want to talk a little bit about searching YouTube and finding information. As an administrator of a large channel, I often get asked by viewers, how do I find the video that was produced last week? Or how do I find so-and-so's video clip that was in last week's show? Well, I've done a number of videos about this, and I thought I would tackle that from a different perspective today. I'm going to take you through the creator's journey, how we actually produce videos, upload them, and how we make it easy for you to find information. I think if you look at it from a different side, that you might find this easier to understand. So let's give it a try today and see if this explains things and makes it a bit easier for you. So what I've done today is I've created a demo video that we're going to upload, and we're going to go through the process of making this video searchable. So let's see how we do this. So as you see, the background, I'm in what we call our YouTube studio. And this is software produced by YouTube. But if you look up here on the right, you'll see a little button called Create. You see where I'm hovering over here, and you'll see that it says Create. So if you have a Google account, you too can join YouTube and upload videos. You just have to apply for that. It's free of charge. If you have a Google account, you can do that, and you too can go through this process I'm going to show you today. Now, you'll see it says Create, so you won't see this button unless you have a YouTube account. But if you do, then this button will be available wherever you are in YouTube. Now, I'm in my Creator Studio right now, but I could just be watching a YouTube video, and you will see this button here. So this button is available no matter where you are as Create. So let's hit Create, and I'm going to go to Upload Video. And that brings up this view here. And now I'm going to select the video that I've created for you, and I'm going to upload this video. So we're going to come down here, and we're going to select a file, and I'm going to come up here, and here's the video that I've made for our demonstration purposes. Now I'm going to click this, and then I'm going to hit Open, and then we're going to upload the video. I want you to pay attention to two things. First of all, how fast it uploads. This is not a huge file, but it does upload very quickly, but I do have a 1 gigabit connection for my internet, so it goes fairly fast. But in the background, it's going to start to process it. And YouTube takes this video and processes the video. We're going to talk a little bit about what that actually means. So watch, I'm going to open now, and it's going to quickly select that, and now it's already uploaded the video. And at the bottom here, you'll say upload complete, processing will begin shortly. So what actually happens now as this video is being processed by YouTube? Very interesting. You'll see it start to being processed now. What happens is that it takes the video and transcribed it. Yes, it takes the whole video, all the audio on there, and it creates a printed transcription. That's pretty cool. So yes, it's all the videos on YouTube are transcribed. Now, why would they do that? Well, first of all, it makes it very easy to search. And they have to search and make sure your video meets community guidelines. So if you're putting things up there or saying hate speech or things that shouldn't be there, it's very easy to detect that, and your video, of course, wouldn't be published. So before it actually is published, it has to go through a series of checks to make sure that you meet community guidelines. But the transcript is also available for you, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in a minute. Now, the processing that YouTube does often takes a number of minutes to do. If you're uploading a video in 4K, it can take quite a bit of time. So we're going to let that work in the background, and we're going to come back to it. But I want you to remember that, yes, all videos are transcribed, because we're going to do some interesting things with that in a moment. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to leave this and let it process in the background. So we're just going to close out of here. So what I'm showing you now is a video that I produced for our Monday show on January the 20th. And in the description here, you will see as we come down, you'll see that I have chapters. And these chapters are time-stamped along with the presenters sections in the Monday show. Now, what exactly does that mean? When you click on these links, it will take you exactly where you want to go in the show. So I've actually made these links and inserted those, and I've been doing this now since chapters came out about 4 years ago. All our Monday shows have chapters inserted in there, and if you look in the description, you just click on the section you want and it will take you right there. You can also draw your mouse across the line in the video and it will show you where the chapters are as well. I'll show you that in a minute. But anyway, I have made these and I add them. Now for creators can actually make the chapters in the software they use to create the videos. In Camtasia, the software I use to create these videos, there's an option so that I can actually insert the chapters prior to uploading the video. There's also other third-party softwares such as TubeBuddy that can add the chapters in after the video is uploaded. And in fact, I find it easier in my workflow, and I just use TubeBuddy to add the chapters after the video is uploaded to YouTube. But I want you to watch now as I come down in the sequence here. These are all items that you can tick and check off for your video. And as we come down here, I want to just show you, there's an item here for automatic chapters. And this normally is ticked on. That's the default situation. So if I don't make chapters in the video, YouTube automatically makes them. Now, it doesn't actually show up in the description, but it will in a Google search, and we'll talk about that in a minute. So what happens is that if you don't turn this off like this, then you will find that it will actually automatically make those chapters for you. And those show up in a YouTube search. All right, let's go over from our YouTube studio into our YouTube video. This is so we'll take this and let's go over here and we'll actually see, this is the video as you would see it on YouTube. Now the first thing I want to draw your attention to is if we come down here, you'll see these are all the chapters that I have made. And you'll also see that if you click on this, let's see if we want to have a look at new features of an old app by Huey, we'll just click this and it takes you right to Huey and his presentation. The other thing you should look at is if you look at the red line on the bottom here, you'll see this is how far you played. But if I bring my mouse and I come across here, you'll see all the chapters that are there. You can see as we've made these chapters, you can see them and it will as well, you can see where they are. And again, if you just click on them, it'll take you right there. So if you wanted to come back and you're going along here, new features of an old app, we can come down to the beginning, just click this, and this will be, will take you right to Huey's presentation. All right, what I want to show you now is let's do a Google search on a problem. I've asked Google how to change the font size in Camtasia. That, of course, is one of the video editing programs I use. So when we search this, we will come up with, first of all, with the new search that is in Google, it comes up with an AI overview. So it gives me some information here. On the right-hand side, it gives me a video that I can watch about the editing. But as it comes down here, there's another video which actually has the chapter outline for me, how to make fonts bigger. And if you look down here, it starts at 0:17 for the part of the video that I want. So in summary, what that Google search will do is it will actually choose the chapter or the part of the video based on your search. It even gets better. So when you are doing a Google search, you will often see references made to YouTube videos. And how they can do this is by the transcription originally of that information. Now, let me go back and talk a bit about that now. All right, I want to come back and look at our video, episode 250 again. And let's say that this is a long video and that I had not put chapters in. You didn't know really what the video was about, and you wanted to quickly summarize this 1 hour video. Man, it's a pretty long video. So remember what I said, that all the videos have been transcribed. In other words, there is a text version of this and you can access it. Now I use a program called YouTube Summary. Now YouTube Summary, I've done actually a video about this. I use it every day. It's simply an extension. I'll put the link down below in the description. Watch what happens now when we're looking at this video. Let's say it's a video you're not sure what it's about. Maybe you think you might know something about it, or maybe you think you might want to watch the video, or maybe it's a long video and you just want to know the plot, so to speak. So we're going to come up and we're going to click this button here, which is going to activate YouTube Summary, and watch what happens. It's now going to take it and it's going to put it into ChatGPT. It's going to take the highlights, timestamp them for us, and it's going to go through and it's going to create its own timestamps and summarize the whole video for you. Here it is, it's going through the whole video, and it's going to summarize this, and it's going to put timestamps in it for you. So it will actually do this for you, and then you can actually use these to find specific parts of the video you want to go to. Now here's a pro tip for you. For all those creators who are producing videos, I use this all the time on my own videos to create a description. So all you have to do now is type in the ChatGPT prompt. Let me just type in summarize for a YouTube description and hit enter. And now it's going to summarize and now it's going to create a summary that's perfect for a YouTube description. That saves me a lot of time. So I use YouTube Summary every day because as I'm going through a lot of videos looking for specific content, I often don't want to listen to the whole video. I can use this to instantly, in seconds, summarize the video and get the information out I want. You can save it, keep it, do whatever you want with it. Very useful tool. But remember, all the information on every single video is now always in text, and you have access to that. So hopefully the suggestions today will help searching for YouTube videos. But in summary, the most incredible thing happened a couple of weeks ago, and I just have to tell you this because it blew me away. I had no idea this was possible. Now, we've talked a lot about AI recently. In fact, I have a whole series about learning AI if you're over the age of 50, and I'll put that in the link below and for the playlist, and you can watch the videos for that. But the interesting thing is 2 weeks ago, Bill James gave a talk on our Monday show. It was about the Windows 11 24H2 update. Now this was very popular. Now what I did on Tuesday afternoon was I cut the section out, edited it, and made a video to be uploaded because I wanted to use it for educational purposes. So I created the video of Bill's presentation and uploaded it Tuesday, probably later on Tuesday, as a standalone video. Immediately it was well received and has had over 1,100 views. But on Wednesday morning when I woke up, I got a comment about the video. And the comment was, you can see this on the screen, The comment said, ChatGPT suggested this video for me. Now that blew me away, because let's think about it. Remember, this isn't Gemini, which is Google. This is ChatGPT. So within 12 hours, ChatGPT had indexed the information on that video. So when someone put a search into ChatGPT, they recommended Bill's video. Unbelievable. Within 12 hours. Blew me away. Incredible. Now you can see how the information is searched when you're looking for information on YouTube. I'm Ron Brown with Tech4Senior. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video. Your 6-year-old boy has a fever and a rash. You ask ChatGPT what the current dose of aspirin would be for a 40-pound child. 3 weeks later, after being in an intensive care unit with a very sick boy, you wish you had got more information from a healthcare provider than relying on ChatGPT. I'm Ron Brown with Tech4Senior, where we make videos to help seniors understand AI. This is a 10-part series that I'm making on understanding AI in the over 50 age group. Episode 1 was, of course, setting up Microsoft Copilot, Gemini, and ChatGPT. Episode 2 was understanding prompts. This is episode 3, and I'll put the links down below to those prior videos and to the playlist that will have the whole series on it. But this is episode 3, and why you should not ask, or you should be very careful if you ask AI for medical advice. So this is an episode I'm so excited to make because I was a medical doctor for 30 years. Yes, and I got to dust off my old lab coat now and to put my MD coat on and give some advice on AI and medical information. So let me tell you about a little trick that healthcare providers learn very early on in their career. If I had a new patient come to my office and I saw them in the waiting room, I would observe them. I would watch them coming down to my office. I would watch them come into the office and sit down in front of me. I could see them. I could see what clothes they wore. I could see their eye contact, how they smelled, what their age was. I most likely could diagnose the problem before they even started the conversation. This is very difficult to do if you are a bot and to try and get that information if you aren't there in person. Now, the advice I'm going to give you today is if you have a health problem, my advice is to get advice from a healthcare provider. We are not there yet, folks. We aren't there yet where you can just talk to AI and it's going to diagnose a medical problem. Even worse is if it gives you advice, this advice is often wrong based on a number of factors which we're going to discuss today. Please, if you are sick, get advice from a healthcare professional. All right, what is AI in healthcare? Well, of course, we use AI to analyze data. So AI systems can analyze medical data, they can predict outcomes, and support clinical decisions. Common examples are the information that you get when you use chatbots. But chatbots get their information from basically the internet. And although they try to analyze symptoms and actually have some diagnostic tools, the results are often very different depending on what circumstances you're using them in. In the first example I gave you today, that was Reye's syndrome. You certainly wouldn't want to use aspirin in a child with a fever and a rash because you're worried about a combination of aspirin and chickenpox, which can give you a very fatal condition called Reye's syndrome. You should know that before giving advice, and I'm sure a healthcare professional would. And always remember that AI is not a doctor. AI lacks human intuition and clinical experience, as I said when I watched patients walk down the hall. It cannot consider unique patient context and emotions. It relies on data quality and may not accurately account for the rare or nuances in each case. So we have to be very careful with the information that we get when using AI. Now, the risk of asking AI for medical advice are the dangers of misuse. Now, it may be limited by the quality of the training data. It may not represent diverse populations. There's a lot of people around the world asking it, and the data may be different depending on what country you're in and certainly what population subset that you're looking at. And there's no standard oversight in any of the AI tools that we have. They're made up by all sorts of different bots and different companies that have the software. And the absolute worst thing that could happen is a common situation now with AI, and it's called ghosting. And what happens is, of course, if it doesn't know the answer, it makes it up. So that is another huge problem and it's often not easily identifiable. Now, the other thing that comes in are ethical considerations about trust, privacy, and accountability. You're often putting information into the system. Remember, it's all going into the cloud, and you're sharing sensitive data with AI systems that have no respect of your privacy. So who's responsible for errors or potential misuse of AI-generated advice? Where is the liability? Let's talk about real-life consequences. When AI advice goes wrong, who's responsible? In the first case I gave you about AI-led advice that harmed patients, in other words, that young child could have died, we need to talk about the psychological impact on the families that did put their faith in AI and got bad critical health decisions. So the right way to use AI in healthcare is to use AI as a tool and not a replacement for good medical advice. Use AI for education and support, not final decisions, although you still have to remember that the information from AI is gleaned largely from the internet. And if you had, let's take example of vaccinations, you probably would find a huge body of information about vaccinations on the internet, compared to a very small amount of medical data that is actually peer-reviewed by healthcare providers. There's a big discrepancy there, but AI doesn't really have a way of dealing with that. So the information that you get on vaccinations may be very jaundiced or very biased in one way or another. So you have to be extremely careful. Always contact a qualified health care professional for proper diagnosis and treatment. So in conclusion, we have to look at responsive use of AI in medicine. AI has potential, but must be used cautiously. Your health deserves expert care, not just algorithms. Always prioritize human expertise for medical advice. I'm Ron Brown with Tech for Senior. Hopefully this has given you some help in trying to deal with that difficult decision on how to use AI for medical information.
What's up, everyone? It's Bill James, Tech for Senior, back with another video. And today we're diving into the world of artificial intelligence computer processing units, or AI CPUs. Now, you might be thinking, AI CPUs, what's the big deal? Well, trust me, this is huge. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how our computers work, moving away from traditional processors to ones specifically designed to handle the demands of artificial intelligence. Think about all the AI-powered features we use every day, from voice assistants to image recognition. These tasks require a ton of processing power. That's where AI CPUs come in. They're built from the ground up to accelerate AI workloads, making everything faster, smoother, and more efficient. And the best part, this technology is already here, and it's evolving at an incredible pace. In this video, we'll be exploring some of the most cutting-edge AI CPUs on the market, from Intel and AMD to specialized companies like Cerebras and Graphcore. We'll break down how these chips work, what makes them unique, and the impact they're having on everything from gaming to scientific research. So buckle up, because things are about to get interesting. First up, let's talk Intel. They've been a dominant force in the CPU world for decades, and they're not slowing down when it comes to AI. Their latest Core Ultra processors integrate AI into mainstream computing. These chips make everyday tasks faster and smoother, from video editing to browsing the web. Built-in AI handles noise suppression and real-time image upscaling. Even predictive text is more helpful. It's not just about performance. Intel focuses on security with hardware-level protections. Optimized for popular AI software, creatives can push boundaries. Intel brings AI to the masses, integrating it into everyday devices. Enjoy a smoother, more secure computing experience. Run AI-powered apps effortlessly. Intel is making AI accessible to everyone. Now you might be thinking, what about the competition? Well, don't worry, we're just getting started. Next up, we've got AMD, and they're coming in hot with their Ryzen AI processors. Specifically, let's talk about the Ryzen AI Pro 300 series. This is AMD's first foray into dedicated AI hardware within their processors, and they're making a statement. AMD claims these chips deliver a 3 times performance boost in AI tasks compared to the previous generation. Now, those are some bold claims, but if AMD can deliver, it could be a game changer. They're focusing on delivering efficient AI performance, which is crucial for laptops where battery life is key, but it's not just about performance. AMD is also baking in their pro technologies, which focus on security and IT management. This means businesses can deploy these processors with confidence, knowing that their data is protected and their systems are easy to manage. The Ryzen AI Pro 300 series is a clear indication that AMD is serious about AI. They're not just trying to catch up to Intel, they're aiming to surpass them. This competition is great news for consumers because it means we'll see more innovation and faster progress in the AI CPU space. It's like the early days of the smartphone market all over again, and I, for one, am excited to see where it goes. Now let's shift gears and talk about NVIDIA, a company that needs no introduction when it comes to graphical processing units or GPUs. But they're not just about gaming anymore. Their GB10 Grace Blackwell AI superchip is a testament to their commitment to bringing AI acceleration to a wide audience. This chip is part of NVIDIA's Project Digits, an ambitious initiative to make AI more accessible to researchers, developers, and businesses of all sizes. We're talking about a level of AI performance that was previously only available in massive data centers, now packed into a chip that can fit inside your desktop PC. The GB10 is designed to handle a wide range of AI workloads, from training deep learning models to running AI-powered applications. This opens up a world of possibilities for gamers, content creators, and anyone who wants to explore the cutting edge of AI. Imagine playing games with incredibly realistic graphics powered by AI, or editing videos with AI-assisted tools that automate tedious tasks. The GB10 has the potential to revolutionize how we interact with our computers, making them smarter, faster, and more intuitive. What's really exciting about the GB10 is that it's just the tip of the iceberg. NVIDIA is constantly pushing the boundaries of AI hardware, and I can't wait to see what they come up with next. Now, if you thought the GB10 was impressive, hold on to your hats because things are about to get really wild. Let's talk about the Cerebrus wafer scale engine, the world's largest AI chip with 850,000 cores. Most CPUs have around 8 to 16 cores, and even high-end graphical processing units, or GPUs, top out at a few thousand. The wafer scale engine is on another level entirely. It can tackle AI workloads that were previously impossible. Training massive deep learning models in hours instead of days. This has huge implications for fields like drug discovery and climate modeling. The wafer scale engine is a game changer for scientific discovery. Of course, a chip this powerful comes with a hefty price tag, and it's not exactly something you'd find in your average desktop PC. The wafer scale engine is designed for massive data centers and supercomputing facilities. Next up, let's talk about GraphCore and their Intelligence Processing Unit, or IPU. Now, GraphCore, a UK-based chip manufacturer, might not be as well known as some of the other players in the AI chip game, but they're doing some really interesting things. The Intelligence Processing Unit, or IPU, is designed from the ground up to accelerate machine learning tasks. with a unique architecture that's optimized for the way AI algorithms work. We're talking about 1,472 cores that are specifically designed to handle the parallel processing demands of AI workloads. One of the key features of the IPU is its high efficiency. It's built using TSMC's 7-nanometer technology, which means it can pack a lot of processing power into a relatively small space while consuming less power. This is crucial for data centers where energy consumption is a major concern. GraphCore is targeting a wide range of AI applications with the IPU, from natural language processing and computer vision to robotics and autonomous vehicles. They're partnering with companies and research institutions around the world, such as Bosch, Dell Technologies, and Samsung, to push the boundaries of what's possible with AI. The IPU is a prime example of how the AI chip landscape is evolving beyond traditional CPUs and GPUs. We're seeing a new breed of specialized processors that are designed to meet the unique demands of AI workloads. So we've covered a lot of ground here, from Intel and AMD's mainstream AI offerings to specialized chips from NVIDIA, Cerebras, and GraphCore. It's clear that the AI chip landscape is evolving rapidly, with each company taking a different approach to solving the challenges of AI acceleration. One of the biggest trends we're seeing is the growing integration of AI-focused CPU-GPU capabilities. Traditional CPUs are being redesigned with dedicated AI cores, while GPUs, already adept at parallel processing, are being further optimized for machine learning tasks. This convergence of CPU and GPU technologies is blurring the lines between these once distinct categories. We're moving towards a future where the lines between CPU, GPU, and dedicated AI processors become increasingly blurred. In the coming years, we can expect to see even more dramatic advancements in AI acceleration. Chips will become smaller, faster, and more power efficient, enabling AI to be integrated into an even wider range of devices, from tiny sensors to powerful servers. These innovations will have a profound impact on our lives, transforming industries, revolutionizing how we work and play, and unlocking new possibilities that we can only begin to imagine today. As we've seen, the world of AI CPUs is evolving at an incredible pace, and we're just at the beginning of this exciting journey. Companies like Intel, AMD, NVIDIA, Cerebras, and GraphCore are pushing the boundaries of what's possible, bringing AI acceleration to everything from our laptops and desktops to massive data centers and supercomputers. These advancements will have a profound impact on our lives, transforming industries, revolutionizing how we work and play, and unlocking new possibilities that we can only begin to imagine today. We're talking about a fundamental shift in how our computers work, moving away from traditional processors to ones specifically designed to handle the demands of artificial intelligence. But this isn't just about the technology itself, it's about what we do with it. AI has the potential to solve some of the world's biggest challenges, from climate change to disease, but it also raises important ethical considerations that we need to address. That's why it's more important than ever to stay informed about the latest developments in AI, to engage in thoughtful discussions about its implications, and to work together to ensure that it's used for good. So that's a wrap on our exploration of AI CPUs. As you can see, this is a rapidly evolving field with the potential to revolutionize computing as we know it. From mainstream laptops and desktops to specialized chips powering scientific breakthroughs, AI is becoming an increasingly integral part of our technological landscape. If